much. Muchas gracias for being there. And I did doing, my dear ones. I'm really excited. I'm really excited. You already know who I got. Have a guest. Yeah. If you watch the news and you keep yourself informed, you know who she is. And I'm sure I'm gonna say wrong her name because I'm bad in English, but I don't care because I'm her fan. I like her. And I know many kids out there, maybe they're watching the TV and they say, well, you know, I want to do that. I want to tell the news to the people. Quiero estar en la televisión y decir qué está pasando. I want to do that, but you don't know how. So today, and I have Kontji Anthony.
You said it perfectly.
Thank you so much for taking the time por estar con nosotros. Muchas gracias. Thank you.
Muchas gracias.
Okay, I have a couple of questions for you because, like I say, the young ones, they say, I can do that. Just a momento, wait a minute. You have a couple of steps before you go over there. So I'm sure some questions that are going to help them to make their minds and see this is real. The first thing I want to ask you, how old you were when you say, this is what I want to do. This is my calling. I want to be an anchor, a news anchor. That's the right title?
Yes.
Okay, a news anchor. So how old you were, my son? You're young, you're so cute, young, but how old you were when you decided, this is what I want to do?
Well, it wasn't, I actually never really wanted to do this. I was 17 years old though when my class at my high school had a TV station. And so they were, all the kids had to do different roles. And at one point I did a hosting gig. I hosted an interview. But then I went to college and I wanted to write sitcoms because I have a funny bone. I'm very silly sometimes. So, but when I got out of college, I then got a job and happened to be at the New York City news station there, the CBS in New York. And my friends were putting their reels together because they wanted to do sports. And then they made me do it. So I was 22 when I put a video together, and then one of them gave it to their boss, and then they called and hired me. This did not happen the way it usually happens.
Okay, that's good. Well, you didn't want to be an anchor, but look, you're doing great. This is great. Okay, one of the questions is always, what do I have to do? I'm sure I have to go to college, but where do I sign up? What kind of career? What it is? How many years? What it will be to be an anchor?
Well, what a lot of people do is, so for example, at Channel 5, you can do an internship when you become a senior in college.
Ooh,
so we have, yes.
Maybe I can go.
You're so funny. But if you can do that, and when you come to be an intern, you ask a photographer to help you and put your reel together. And so you have this together, and there are websites you can look at where they have job openings, and you literally just send your reel out to everyone that you might want to work with. There's one website where a lot of people use, it's called medialine.com, and that's where they have the job openings. So you can just put your reel together, but I would suggest an internship because it's not what you think. It's not what you think.
I'm sure it's not. People say, yeah, just have to look beautiful and stand behind the desk and
oh no. Oh no, it's not. There's a lot more.
I'm sure it is. Okay, I have another question for you because I'm start thinking maybe about doing something on TV too. But tell me, what is the best decision that you ever make in your career as an anchor woman? Oh, I like that word. I like it. The woman, we can do it. We can do it.
The best decision, well, I was working behind the scenes, and so with regards to becoming, being a news anchor, I had to decide that I was going to leave home. So I went to this tiny little town in Iowa where, they had like a pig farm and gun ranges, and you couldn't see anything. It was just, it was very tiny. So leaving and going to follow my dream was the best decision. That I had to do it in order to do this, because you have to go to a smaller market, as they call it. You have to go to a smaller town to learn and make all your mistakes, and then you rise and go from city to city to go to larger cities, because you don't want everybody to see all your mistakes.
I know. Okay, my friend, you just noticed that she's not from Memphis. And nobody knew that before, I'm sure. Yeah. You're from New York, am I right?
Yes, I am from New Rochelle, New York. Yes.
Okay, perfect. But you've been for so long here, you already Memphian.
15 years, yeah.
Exactly. Okay, I have another question for you. Uh, what is more valuable? Let me do this again. Valuable for you, or in this career, the knowledge through a college career, or the experience that you have? Because in your case, it's been more the experience. What it would be like more valuable for you?
Well, I think for me, education and experience were important, because when I went to school, I learned how to use all the equipment, and it taught me just how the business works. And if I didn't have that when I came in, I would be starting behind everyone else. And so it gave me this boost so I could jump forward. So I think education and experience, because once you then start working in news, it's you have to learn a whole new set of skills. So you need both.
Okay. What would be the advice if to those young ones and little ones who start thinking about to follow your steps, to say, I want to be doing news, I want to go and talk to people, I want to keep people informed? What would be the advice that you give them?
Well, if I could go back, I would pay more attention in class, because, I think learning how to write is so important. That's the key. That's what we do. We write. And so learning how to write is probably one of the most important things you can do. Also, keeping up with current events, watch the news. You have to learn social media, because you have to learn every single platform so that you can post your stories across all social media. And so, those are some of the skills that I use every single day. So I would advise that.
Well, right now, my dear ones, you have to learn more. When abuela Tomasa was young, it was just the TV. No Twitter, no Facebook, no Instagram, so I'm safe. I didn't have to learn that, but you guys, you have to learn all those social media platforms, okay? All right, let's continue with the message, the question. I'm sure being on TV and all that is kind of hard, but how you keep a balance with your work life? Or something that you say, okay, I'm on TV, but you have to be, also a sister, a daughter, a friend. How you keep a balance between your life and your work life?
I think that's the thing that people don't know about news, is that there is no work-life balance. It's your whole life revolves around your work, because in many cases there are people in dire need of help, and so you're responding to their needs, and you're helping them understand how to get things to make their lives better. So I literally, all my friends and family, they are like, well, whenever we can see you, that would be great. So there is no work-life balance, honestly.
Okay, that would be my question now. What would be the what would be the thing that you say, be aware of this career? Be aware, it's not that bad because you're doing it and you love it,
Right.
but
Right.
just be aware of this point. If you can do it, maybe you have to choose something else.
Well, yeah, because that's a great question. When you think about it, when you're on TV, everybody else needs to be home, right? So you're at work when everybody else is home, and you're home when everybody else is at work. So you don't get to be around your family. You don't holidays. You don't have banker's hours, and then you're often in a city where you don't know anybody. But for me, it's been an adventure, and what I've ended up doing is sometimes combining my work and my social life. So, for example, if I'm emceeing a gala, then I have friends there, and I can see them and chat, but I'm still working, So that is the one thing you have to know, is that you're pretty much working from sun up to sundown, and you just have to be prepared to sacrifice that.
Okay. You see, my little ones is not just to be behind the TV. For that, I just make a hole in my TV and I put my face behind, and it will be okay. It's a lot of work, mucho trabajo. So, atención. I hope this works for those kids who are thinking about to choose this as a career. Okay, my last question. I know you work a lot. I know that you keep yourself busy when you work, but I'm sure you have some time for a hobby. What would be the hobby for Kontji? What would be something that you say, this is my thing, this is mine, and I'll do it when I'm free? What would be that?
It is always travel. I love to explore the world and go and see different cultures, see how people do things differently, and see how we do things the same, and just see different landscapes and eat different foods and enjoy people and, get to be around people. So it's just, yeah, I love to travel. That is my thing. That is mine.
Okay, well, I just want to thank you. Muchas gracias. Thank you, Kontji, for letting me do the interview this time, for being the guest to Casa Teatro. Thank you so much for give us all that advice and all that information for the young people who are thinking to choose this as a career, to be on the news. Muchas gracias. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, and good luck, kids.
Thank you. And my friends, remember, follow Casa Teatro on Facebook, on Instagram, in Twitter. Abuela Tomasa doesn't do it, but you do it. So go in there and follow us. Remember, this is career day. This is what I want to be. ¿Qué quiero ser cuando sea grande? See you next time. Bye, mijita. Bye, bye. Kontji, gracias otra vez. Thank you very much. See you next time, amigos.